From Bruiser Wolf Potluck. So one of my favorite albums from 2024 was My Story Got Stories by Bruiser Wolf. Endlessly quotable and hilarious, but also a necessary stylistic and conceptual expansion from his debut in 2021, a proper breakthrough into underground hip-hop conversations. It did leave me a little cautious for this coming around so fast, but if he wants to capitalize on momentum, further expand his sound, this makes sense. So, like a potluck at the right kickback, Bruiser Wolf's formula is intact and a lot of fun, and he's an infectious playful presence at the core, but in execution it's shaggy and kind of all over the place, more inconsistent and slapdash. I point to the production as the main culprit of this, which bounces from his usual winning, soulful textured backdrop like on Say No More, Whippin with Nebr the Tiger, and Trust Issues where his singing is shockingly decent, to more polished, minimalist and somber Detroit grooves that tap into trap or even drill. It's just as historically rooted, but with a broader regional flair, and while his unique melodic flow and reedy voice lands more often than you would expect, I was shocked how well he handled the beat changes on Air Fryer, or finding an offbeat drill pocket on an offer I couldn't refuse produced by Filthy of all people. The spare atmosphere could afford a bit more texture. Bruiser Wolf's drug-running stories, humor, and easy charisma, it's better with more weathered grit around him, especially as his vocal pickup is cleaner than ever and doesn't always blend as well into those beats. And while he's still funny as all hell in his hustler flexing and misadventures, Pee Wee Herman in particular is screamingly hilarious. The lower stakes, the fewer guest stars, the biggest standout from the winding, melodic flow of Sir Michael Rocks on Guns at Squares, and less conceptual experiments outside of the killer bait and switch on Baby You, it feels like a step back from the understated depth that anchored the emotional stakes on My Story's Got Stories. Don't get me wrong, I like that Bruiser Wolf feels a bit relieved, further away from street life. He can make his living in music, especially when we got a more serious pivot in the final couple songs as per usual, with an honest-to-God, mostly sincere love song and Overlooks as the closer, but it sets up a crossroads where to take his sound next, which is where he could deepen the narrative, add more of a personal touch, while still keeping his wry insight and having that street-level experience, but older and wiser for it. Where the better comparison right now might be Freddie Gibbs. I'd love to see him follow through there. In short, I still think Potluck is a lot of fun, a very easy listen, but it's lower stakes and absolutely feels transitional as to where Bruiser Wolf goes next. Not my favorite from him, a little patchier as a whole, but if My Story Got Stories was his past and this is his present, I'm looking forward to that future. In the meantime, give it a shot.